What's up, guys? Venom1221 here again. Today with Disaster Dragon Part 5, I believe. Another matchup segment. But before I get started, I got just some updates. I trade people. I got your calculator case in the mail. Thanks for the trade. It's really nice. And the Ancient Fairy Dragon map is traded to Bagler, or I think Bagler VB. So thank you for the trade. I'll send your stuff out Monday. I also got the Chaos Dance mat still for trade. And I got a Heavily Gadget mat I found in my room. So yeah, if you guys want that, you can PM me. I still look for cards for my Dragon Binder. So if you guys, send me PMs. I'm getting a custom playmat soon, so this will be for trade in the near future. That's about it for now. But today is Disaster Dragon Part 5, and I'm going to discuss the matchup. It's been on the rise quite a bit, and it's a very tough matchup for this deck, and it's a very good deck overall. It is Machina Gadgets. It's a very, very tough deck. What it is a deck that gains pluses, massive pluses off their cards, and able to drop good-sized beaters and be able to protect them pretty well through cards like Machina Fortress, Machina Gear Frame, which will search any Machina monster, most likely a Fortress, and with the strategy of the gadgets, replenishing your hand. But I'm going to discuss cards in the main deck and in the side deck to combat these cards. To keep up with their searching and their speed of the gadget and the gear frame, I think Mass Dragon is an important choice. It's just, they're going to search and you're going to search. It'll just keep you at the same pace as them because your Dragos will absolutely not slow them down because they don't have any lights or darks special summoning. They only have mainly Earth. So this will just keep you to the same speed as them. They'll give you access to your tuners and your Exploder Dragon when you needed to get rid of their big monsters. That's if they haven't unioned. Their union part is really big. It just makes it tougher to kill their guys. So this will keep you up to speed with them. And another card that is probably the best card to combat the deck is Light and Darkness Dragon. It'll prevent these from searching, it'll prevent this from unioning, and it'll prevent this effect from going off, the ignition, on destroying a monster after destroying a battle. So it shuts down, and it shuts down all their monster removals, so they're going to have to waste their plus. They're not going to be able to get their plus off of this, just so they could kill it. They're not going to be able to get their pluses, which is going to slow them down tremendously. I'm thinking about side decking a second Light and Darkness just for this matchup because it's just so rampant right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to stop all the searching, slow them down a lot, and they're not going to be able to do much after it's off the field. I mean, you don't even have to revive a monster, and they're just kind of out of options. They're not going to have any monsters, and all their spells and traps are most likely going to be used up. So he's a very key card in this deck. If you get him out, you will have a 99% chance of winning, just because he'll force them to waste all their stuff. And Prime Material, Machina Gadgets is run like any other anti-meta deck. A lot of monster removal, the smashings and whatnot. So this will help you get around those, the mirror forces and all that. So it'll just help you get around them. Other than that, that's all he's used for. Can't get around Fortress, but it'll get around everything else, and it'll just prevent them from destroying your bigger monsters. Exploder Dragon. I just recently found out that its effect doesn't target, so therefore it gets rid of the gear frame and the Fortress with ease without targeting, so they can't discard a card from your hand. Pretty helpful in this matchup, just mainly to get rid of the Fortress. But then again, Light and Darkness is most of the work, so if you get that out, you're pretty good. Again, the whole monster removal thing, my body is a shield, will just help you out. The smashings really, really, hurt the deck. Once you get your big monsters, if they get rid of them, then you're kind of screwed. So you do want to protect them. Same category as Prime Material. And First Breath. They all have really low defense, even the Fortress, the Gear Frame, the Gadgets, the Peacekeeper. They all have very low defense, so as long as they don't union you or call priority on the union, tributing a wyvern, whatever, it's just gonna destroy their whole field. If they do play Starlight Road again, side deck it out. It's a pretty key card against them. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the main deck cards. As I said, Light and Darkness Dragon does most of the legwork if you get him out. It's just this deck is all about gaining advantage and pluses. And what I'm trying to do is, since I canceled them down a Drago, I just want to shut down their pluses completely. And that's what I'm going to get into with the side deck. That's pretty much it for the main deck, other than your basic, your staples will slow them down as well. But I want to save a big chunk of this for the side deck, because I'm side decking a lot for this deck, because it is a tough matchup. First side deck card is, you may think, what? It's not a dragon. Thunder King Ryo. It is not a dragon, so you can't remove it for Darkness Metal. But in the matchup, what I do is I side out 3 Kokimiri Dragos for 3 Thunder King Ryo. You can't remove Drago anyway for the effect of Darkness Metal, so it's a pretty even trade. People think, well, they don't special summon. It's going to shut down, again, their searching and prevent them from getting their pluses. They will not be able to get their pluses off the gadgets or the gear frame, thus preventing them from searching out the fortress or getting the cards in order to discard to summon the fortress. So that, in all, shuts it once again shuts down their strategy. I'm trying to just find other ways to prevent them from searching. It's just their searching is what gets you. They got all this fodder for fortress because of the searching from the gadgets and the gear frame. They got the whole union thing, but if you can stop them from searching, you stop the deck. And that's what I've realized when I play it. So I do side deck 3 copies of Thunder King Ryo against the deck, just because it just shuts them down. I play traps them to some variants. They do play Royal Oppression, and it just kind of, it doesn't affect the deck that much, but if they go, and it stops their bottomlesses, it'll stop their Dimensional Prison, which all the decks run too. I'm thinking about, just because I don't know, I'm thinking about trying out King Dragon again, but that'll be another story. But yeah, it'll stop down those traps, the anti-meta, traps that get at you. What else is in this? If they do run the core unit, I like to side in my Stamping Instructions, because that, again, helps them get advantage. They summon a gear frame, they get the plus off the search, you kill the gear frame, they'll get the plus off the core unit, thus maintaining field and hand advantage, even though you killed their monster. So, I mean, if they do run that, I sign that in. This is also in for various other decks, but, I do use a Primateal because additional monster destruction, if they use it, it helps out a lot. I don't got to worry about it when I have them. Those few are pretty self-explanatory. And I believe the final card is Pulling the Rug. This segment is also very, very simple. The idea I want to do is they gain advantage. I got to shut them down from gaining their card advantages. So if I shut down the Gadget engine and this engine with cards like Pulling the Rug and Thunder King Ryo, I shut down the fortress from hitting the field. So Pulling the Rug, when they summon, you kill them out so they don't get the search, shutting down the gear frame and the Gadget engine. So I guess what I'm getting at is you shut the search engine down, you shut the deck down. It's basically, that's what it's come to after I've been testing against it. So that's pretty much it. So Machina Gadgets. Rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Just keep in mind when you're playing this Gadgets, Machina Gadgets, think about how they're going to gain advantage and just try to stop them. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stop them from gaining advantage and slow them down. The idea, again, of Disaster Dragon, slow your opponent down. Since the main deck can really not do that, the side deck is going to have to, and that's why I stress the importance against this deck of shutting down the engine. So, yeah, that's about it. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm still collecting dragons. If you got any of that stuff, PM me. Part 6 will be up sometime next week. Thanks, guys.